Hi everybody, it's Colin here from Woodthorpe International. After the last video, one of the, not requests, but everybody, and including myself, was thinking, what will it be like when it's painted? Well, it's taken a while to get to that stage. It's taken me over 2 weeks from the last video because I've had to do all the handrails and stuff all the way around and some steps. I've still got things to attach, but that will happen. But I have sprayed it and I have weathered it, and in this video there is some pictures of me weathering it with a really weak wash, the same oil as I used on the cell guides, but I've really thinned it down with terps, and there's some bits of muck on it in the liquid, and I'm really happy with it. I mean, the deck you're not going to see a lot of, but I know it's there. So there's the blue and there's the deck, and we've just put that in just to show the difference in colour. I'm going to make a totally new wheelhouse. The control panel at the top, the control room, I'm going to keep. You see there's an extra bit on top. There is a reason for that, because with this ship being a converted one, at the back, usually on modern day containers, all down here has holes in like this, and that's where the men are underneath for the wheel, for the ropes and pulleys and machinery. So there is one, what I found, at least one, where there's just an upper, like a higher deck all the way around, which I've made myself, and that's where the ropes will go through. They usually have two on, one in the centre and one at this, the side there, and then it will go down to the dock, and those ropes are tensioned, and the same at the front. And there'll be another single one to make here. I've also increased the size up to 40 footers instead of 20, and the wheelhouse will be slightly thinner but a little bit wider, not all the width of the boat, because they're not, because in these areas here on either side, or on one side, there will be lifeboats to make. I don't know how I'm going to make them yet, but I'll come up with a plan. And that's just showing into the hull again. That was the effect I was wanting. And then if you look here, that's where the ropes will come through there, and again they come down to the dock. The same on both sides, but the weathering, you'll see on one, I do one side and it's very nice and blue, but it's just too clean. So hopefully to your eye it is a lot better, but if you can see all the muck and bits I've put on, and it just finishes it off nicely. And then where the ropes go through, they've been mucked up, but I've got to make some rails for here. These rails I've run out of. I probably can get some more, but there is the holes on this side. It's very difficult to make those holes, to see them. They're very small, but the size of them in the real world they're like a foot and a half diameter, so they couldn't be too much bigger. I've got to make the anchor for here yet, one for each side, but when you look down you start, starting to get the colour. I'm going to make my own decals for it, water slides, well I'm hoping to, and I have got a name for the ship. I want to call it SS Woodthorpe International. Now the reason for that is England is going to be called Woodthorpe, and the Thorpe isn't going to have an E on it, because that's Thorpe is part of my name and it doesn't have an E on. America, their area is going to be called Woodthorpe, and that is going to have an E on. I have a conversion name for Woodthorpe in Japan and the Japanese writing of it. The bit I'm having a bit of trouble with is Europe, because with me trying to do a bit of a Swiss Alpsy area for Glacier Express, the Swiss don't have their own language, and German is the biggest percentage used, and they don't have a translation for Thorpe. Now that might be because it's a name, and like a lot of names they will say it how it is in that particular country, but they do have a spelling for wood, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is W-U-D, so it would, I think that's how it's said. I apologise if it's not. So the Thorpe will be just written after it. So that's why I'm going to call the ship Woodthorpe International, because it's going to represent all the different countries as well. And at the end of the day, countries have the same name. If you know, a lot of names, Birmingham, there's a Birmingham in America, there's all sorts of names used throughout the world what actually translate to the same as what there is here. But this is it up to now, painted, and I'm very pleased how that's come out, and I'm going to just run some video of me just putting the weathering on. All the red and the blue is done by spray, a Tamiya spray. So it's looking the part, but like I said, the wheelhouse and the accommodation has to be made taller. So that's it up to now. Thank you for all the support and people saying what about this and different things. It's been very interesting, and I'll speak to you hopefully in the next video. There's a poster put up here, and I'll have to start making more of the cell guides. I've got 1, 2, 3 singles and God knows how many doubles to do. So I'm happy. The spraying I was worried about, because I know I could have just kept spraying it and spraying it, but spraying it and not having any runs, but the weathering has really made it look the part. Mm. I love the
deck.
blobs on it.
Mm.
Not that this will ever be seen, because in theory thank you very much for watching and sending the comments, and I'll see you and speak to you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.